How y'all doing? This is Rob Burnham, make here preacher man R&B, and this is an episode of Richard TV 91. This time I'm doing another Christmas classic. This time I'm reviewing A Bug's Life. What A Bug's Life is about this ant named Flick, and he's an inventor, and all his inventions pretty much fail and get him into trouble. Well, what's happening is the ants are gathering up food for the Hopper and his grasshoppers. And Flick got this contraption that he's done made to help pick grain faster. And what happens is the grasshoppers show up and Flick puts his invention close to the pile of food for the grasshoppers. And what happens is the invention makes the pile fall off into the water before Hopper and them get here. And Hopper shows up, and Hopper's mad because he doesn't have no food, and he tells the ants to have double the shipment of food before the last leaf falls and fall starts. So the ants have to get all this food before Hopper comes back. But Flick has an idea to find these warrior bugs. That way they fight the grasshoppers. So Flick goes on his own little journey, and instead of finding warrior bugs, he finds circus bugs. And he doesn't know they're circus bugs yet. Then he takes them back to the ant colony, and they start helping out the ants, and then Flick figures out they're circus bugs, and then Flick has this idea to make this homemade bird because Hopper's terrified of birds. And they make this bird, and they're right before Hopper gets there, the circus bugs boss comes back trying to find them, and then all the ants figure out that they're circus bugs, and the circus bugs leave with Flick, and Hopper and them's on their way. And Hopper shows up, and he's captured the queen and her two daughters, and he's going to smush the queen after they get all the food that's on Ant Island. And Princess Dot finds Flick in the circus and tells them what's going to happen, and Flick and them are about to fly the bird while the circus are keeping Hopper and them's attention. Flick and the little ladybug troop ants go to fly the bird, and they fly the bird. And what happens is the circus boss catches the fake bird on fire, and Hopper figures out it's a fake bird, and that makes Hopper even madder. And then Hopper and them's about to attack the ants, and then the rain starts, and Hopper goes after Flick, and the princess saves Flick. And right when Hopper is about to get Flick and the princess until Flick, this real bird shows up, and Hopper thinks it's a trick again, and then Hopper gets taken up by the real bird, then gets eaten by the bird's babies. And after that, Flick and them all are using Flick's inventions to harvest up the food for the ants, and they no longer harvest food for the grasshoppers. And the circus goes to do their circus act or whatever, and that's the end of the movie. If y'all have ever watched A Bug's Life, what y'all like about it? As always, Preacher Man R&B signing out, guys. GG's awesome. It's been an episode of Richard TV 91. See y'all next time.